Most of you aren't subscribed. Make sure to slash that subscribe button, as it helps out the channel. Without further ado, as the wind Hashira teases Nezuko with his blood, the Hashiras watch as Tanjiro hopelessly flails, attempting to help hold back Nezuko from her urges. With every second passing, Nezuko ponders if she should just give the Hashira's blood a taste, but suddenly Tanjiro runs to her side, crying out her name. Begging to think, Nezuko is reminded of the time when Tanjiro convinced Giyu to spare her life. She also imagines a time when her family was still alive, with a voice reminding her to treat all humans with care, and to protect them, not hunt them. Coming to, Nezuko turns her head in disgust from the wind Hashira's blood, even after being stabbed several times and looked down by the Slayer. Satisfied with Nezuko's actions, the master talks to Tanjiro, asking him to use the moment as fuel to show to the people to disapprove of a demon fighting with Slayers. Additionally, the master offers Tanjiro some advice. If he wants to gain respect, he should set his sights on slaying one of the 12 demon moons. It's because of this fact that the Hashiras standing before him are so well respected, having clashed with, defeated or survived a battle with a demon moon. Stating he will train hard to gain his respect, Shinobu offers to take care of Tanjiro and Nezuko, which the master allows. Before the master can move on to other matters, Tanjiro asks if he can inflict pain onto the Hashira who had harmed Nezuko. But Tanjiro is silenced for interrupting the master whilst he was speaking. Before Tanjiro is rushed away, the master mentions Tamayo, which shocks Tanjiro. Arriving at Shinobu's residence, the Slayer assistants check to see if anyone is home. Running into Kanao, Tanjiro realizes that she was one of the survivors when he took the final selection. The helpers reveal that Kanao is a special type of Slayer, having been personally trained by asking Kanao. The helpers check if they can get Tanjiro settled in their residence, but Kanao doesn't respond, only smiling at their questions. A girl suddenly interrupts, asking the helpers to bring the injured to their infirmary. Entering the room, Tanjiro is surprised to see Zenitsu there, complaining about the medicine he has to take. Chatting with Zenitsu, Tanjiro learns of the spider and its toxins that have caused Zenitsu to shrink. Tanjiro then realizes that Inosuke is present as well, which makes Tanjiro grateful for his two friends surviving. Apologizing for not being stronger, the three rest, as the sun starts to set. Allowing Nezuko out of her box, Tanjiro watches as Nezuko catches up on sleep, remarking that the master's voice was so soothing, and that he's grateful that such a man is willing to give the two a chance. Back with the master talks about the increase of violence from demons and the decrease in strength of new Slayers. Believing that he has formed the most powerful unit of Slayers to rival Muzan, the master states that he will not rest until he hunts down Muzan. The next day, the flame Hashira, Rengoku, sets out to investigate the sighting of a possible upper moon demon. Promising to take care of the three new Slayers, Shinobu wishes Rengoku the best in his mission. Back with the boys, we see Zenitsu continue to complain about his medicine, as he's jealous that Tanjiro doesn't have to endure the treatments he's going through. Catching up with Murata talks about how he was forced to report on the incident in the forest, to the master and Hashiras. But this only enraged the Hashiras, which terrified Murata. Suddenly Shinobu appears, scaring Murata, and checking up on the three. Seeing as Tanjiro and Inosuke are doing well, Shinobu has begun the two rehabilitation training, whilst Zenitsu continues to rest. Left alone, Zenitsu notes Shinobu's unique tone, as she is not only nice but seeing Tanjiro and Inosuke lifelessly stumble in after training, Zenitsu gets frightened as he's joining the next day. Scared to enter the training room, Zenitsu is briefed on the training. Their training consists of assisted stretching by some helpers, an agility test with Kanao, and a game of tag with Aoi and Kanao. Pulling the boys to the side, Zenitsu goes off on the other two, stating that Tanjiro and Inosuke are pathetic, ungrateful to be trained by girls the whole day. Returning to the room, Zenitsu is ecstatic to begin training. Being stretched out, Zenitsu bears the pain, if it means being cared for by girls. Zenitsu is able to defeat Aoi when it comes to agility, whilst keeping up a carefree persona. Finally, Zenitsu speed outclasses Aoi's, which inspires Inosuke to join in, defeating Aoi in all aspects of training. But when it comes to Kanao, none of the boys were even able to touch hair in any of the games. These continued defeats ultimately demoralized Zenitsu and Inosuke from continuing to train. Once again defeated by Kanao, Tanjiro ponders Kanao's mysterious strength, noting that she gives off the scent of a Hashira and there is something unique about her eyes. Running into some young helpers, Tanjiro learns that mastering total concentration breathing will help his strength, as Kanao and all the Hashiras have mastered it. Realizing the difficulty of the technique, the little helpers inform Tanjiro of Kanao's breath strength, able to blow into and explode such a huge container. Continuing his training day in and day out, Tanjiro is seen meditating on a roof, interrupted by Shinobu. Keeping him company as Tanjiro is training alone, Shinobu asks for Tanjiro to continue her dream of one day befriending demons. Out of nowhere, Tanjiro picks up a scent of anger coming from Shinobu. Caught in a lie, Shinobu reveals that her older sister was killed by a demon and that she and Tanjiro both empathized with demons. But Shinobu couldn't bring herself to forgive demons that kill humans, and ultimately her sister. Commending Tanjiro for his work ethic, Shinobu leaves Tanjiro to resume his training. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like and comment.